no cooking involved, no heating or microwaving or anything at all. No unwrapping of packages of snack cakes.
And it's not a throwback.
Nope, it's not a throwback. This is the hot stuff right now.
The internet didn't make us do this.
No, we love hot sauce, we love spicy sauces. So today we're going to try 11 different hot sauces. 12 different hot sauces. And we've tried some. There's a lot here we've never tried. And I know there's a ton that we weren't even able to find or get to, so we might continue this as a series when we find some other.
We'll have to see, but there are countless hot sauces.
From all over the world, everywhere.
I mean, you couldn't even begin. This does not scratch the surface.
No.
But this is the assortment we've got. 12 is a good assortment. She was probably right in saying 11, because I don't think she's trying the 12.
No, I'm not.
It is a super, super hot, we'll talk about it later, but it is beyond her palate.
Thank God.
We will just together be trying out one.
So let me tell you what we're going to do. We can choose whatever we like to put the hot sauce on. I like something that's completely mild and benign. I have some cottage cheese. We have some plain tortilla chips. I have milk so that in between the hot sauces, I can cleanse my palate, get rid of the heat and the taste of the one that I had before moving on to the next one.
But the one thing that's consistent is if you're using cottage cheese, you'll use it on every one.
That's right.
You can't change. I'm just using a chip every time start to finish.
We didn't want any other flavors or anything interfering with the taste of the hot sauce.
Yeah, that's why we're not using like seasoned flavored chips or anything. It's just a plain tortilla chip, which is a nice neutral like place to put it on.
And most of these you can get in your average grocery store. I think there were a few that I bought on vacation or off Amazon.
Yeah,
but I will tell you
from Bermuda.
Right.
So.
I'll tell you when we get to them where they're from and where you can get them.
Yeah, but for the most part, I'd say the bulk of them are stores.
They're store-bought.
Pretty much find them, and definitely Amazon. Probably all of them. So.
Let's start.
All right, we're gonna start. And we're gonna start with a super common and tried and true favorite of both of ours. This is a little Frank's RedHot, the original.
The original.
We also have an extra hot
Frank's RedHot extra hot,
which we'll try next, but I don't think I've had it either.
No?
So, but we definitely know all about Frank's original. That's us.
And let's talk about the fact that we know what that tastes like. So that's kind of like the baseline. Everything's going to be judged by that hot sauce in my head. I know it. And for those of you who like pepper, you probably already know this. I'm putting just a couple drops on each spoonful.
So you're just using that, no chips?
No chips. I'm just using the
And I'm just using chips.
We're trying to rate it on our own favorite scale. So it's not really the hottest one, not really the most flavorful one. It's the one we each like best, where that intersection of flavor and heat meets and suits our taste, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. This is a personal preference. So anyone else sat down here and did it, their scores would be different.
So I definitely only put a couple drops. I could probably drench that in that. And to me, that's not hot. It's delicious.
You know what's funny? I only put like maybe 4 drops as well, and my first thought was exactly that. I could have put a lot more.
Yeah, that's not hot at all, unless you really dislike
It's
kind of taste.
listed as a medium hot, but I think there's a medium average tabletop.
This is the stuff your average person could put on just about anything. I
But
love it.
I love the vinegary aspect of it. It really comes through well with Frank's. And for some reason, it's good on everything. Frank's is pretty much the universal, can't go wrong. It's gonna be hard to give it a fair score. But I'm gonna definitely lean towards the high end. Even though it's not as hot as I like, I'm still giving it an 8.
I'm giving it a 9 because I'm giving myself an opportunity to find something in that pile that I like more, but I'm not positive I will, so that gets a 9 from me.
Okay, so there's our first one down.
Frank's RedHot Sauce Original.
Yes, with top marks. Alright, so next up, we do have the Frank's RedHot Extra Hot. And both of these bottles have a little scale on the back. And this one, though that original is in the middle scale with only 1 notch below it. And this is at the very top with a notch between original and this one. So we'll see, is this really actually hot? That's the question. Who knows, maybe this will become our new go-to. Because Frank's, we can just pour that stuff on like it was, ketchup.
I'm only putting 2 drops on each little teaspoon, so that I'm not.
There you go. I put 5 little drops on.
Did you? All right.
I think that's about what I usually do.
One. To give it the flavors. All right, and that's the Frank's Red Hot Extra Hot. It doesn't taste that much hotter to me.
It is hotter.
Oh, wait a minute.
It takes a slight delay. It kicks in.
It's really good.
The taste is really so similar to the original,
There's a harshness coming in now, though.
with an actual little kick. It takes a second. That's the thing with pepper. Some kicks are delayed. The very hot pepper I'm going to try has like a 5 to 10 minute heat delay. 5 minutes or so after you actually eat it, you are burning up. So I don't want that till the end because it'll totally throw off other ones. But this one has a little heat level, that one didn't. That one is more universal to me, the original. But I do like that. You know what? This may work well with soups and things that you like to add in your heat. Like when you do your Mozambique, you may be able to use
Concentrated.
less of this and get that same effect and not change the Mozambique flavor so much. You get the heat more, but less of a
But it's a balance between the vinegar and the other spices in there. This one has just, I think I have to learn to live with this one and cook with it before I replace the basic that I took up.
But I absolutely feel heat on my tongue that I did not feel with the original.
I'm
at
giving this
all.
one an 8 for me.
And I'm only going to drop mine down 1 notch as well to a 7.
7.
Yeah. Because I really do like the heat, and I'm trying to really focus more on the flavor that's coming through. The flavor seems similar. The heat is a little higher. I just think that's more universal than the original. That's okay. Well, we'll move on to the next. Well, it's been a minute or two with the cooling off, and we are back with definitely another well-known brand, which is Texas Pete. I've seen Texas Pete in stores everywhere.
Restaurants too. right?
Restaurants, yeah. I've tried it, but it's been a long time since I've had it, so this will be a fair challenge to compare, see what I think. It has a big spout, so I gotta be careful with my drops.
Oh yeah, so you gotta be careful with the drops.
There we go.
Alright, I'll try to judge the same amount per the same amount here. Extra careful with the one. I've been putting like 2 or 3, so another one. Come on, Texas Pete. Tell me what you got. Very vinegary.
And if anything, milder than the original Red
Frank's.
Hot.
Yeah, it's like, is there pepper in there compared to the Red Hot plain original? You would definitely need a lot more of this to even equal the regular
Hot.
Frank's Red Hot.
You know? Absolutely.
It doesn't have a bad taste, it's just
Oh, no,
not
it's a-
very spicy.
It's a good flavor. It's just really mild. I'm gonna go with the 7 again.
I'm gonna go with the 7 also.
Not quite as good as that. So far, that Red Hot original is holding its own.
This one's got a vinegary taste to it. It's also a cayenne based, I believe, but there's other spices in a Red Hot that make it famous. This one's definitely, if you're in a restaurant and you want hot sauce and they say we have Tabasco or Texas Pete, take
I'd
the
take
Texas
Texas
Pete.
Pete. Yeah, oh, for
For
sure.
sure.
Oh, we don't have Tabasco on the list, do we?
I don't consider Tabasco hot sauce, folks. I
So-
consider it Tabasco
It's Tabasco, so yeah, so you will not see us reviewing that one today.
because I'd give it a 0.
Oh no, I'll give it a number, but not an 8 or a 9. We really don't favor it. But that's just us. Someone out there loves it because they sell a lot of Tabasco. Yeah. All right. Next up is another one I think would be on a lot of shelves, and I don't recall ever actually trying this, and it's Old Bay hot sauce. And we've done lots of Old Bay seasonings. Heck, I know we've got some for crabs and seafood and whatnot. I love what it says. It has one little comment that they put on the label, and it says for game day, brunch, and happy hour.
Okay.
So, I'm not sure which one this qualifies. Maybe happy hour?
Maybe you're supposed to have that with a drink.
We might need a drink
Or
then.
beer or something.
Yeah. So, I'm not sure where we stand on that. But the nice thing is, this is a new one to us. It's nice and thick.
Wow. Wow.
Much like the Texas Pete was like vinegar. It came out almost like watery.
Wow.
So
That one is.
this one has got a very thick
And it's a nice
consistency.
bottle with a nice spout on the top.
And as I look at it, I can see little black bits of what must be a pepper that's in
This
there.
must have totally like
I
Old
think
Bay
we've got some
seasoning.
extra seasonings in here.
I would imagine if it's called Old Bay.
Yeah, why don't I try it out?
All right, I'll put a. Oops. Oh, wow, good.
It's red cayenne peppers. This one.
It's very. It's got a Frank's reminiscence, but it's a little more spicy. Not spicy. It's more flavorful.
It's got more spices in there, like flavors, like kind of like an Old Bay. Not as vinegary for sure,
No, but it's good.
but a very good flavor. Boy, this one is now competing with Frank's. I'm gonna give this an 8 again.
I'm gonna give that one an 8. It's like the original Frank's, but with extra complexity. It's really good.
I think there's a slight less acid to it,
Maybe.
but lots of seasoning. Good flavor.
I like it.
Yeah, this one's holding up really good. Old Bay. What do
I'm
you know?
giving that one an 8. And you?
Yeah, same.
An 8.
8. There we go.
Excellent.
So next up, ABC Original Chili Sauce.
I know we bought it at the Asian market, but I don't know where this one is manufactured. Does it say?
Product of Indonesia.
Oh, okay.
Chili peppers, water, sugar, modified tapioca.
It's very thick. It looks like
It
ketchup.
looks really thick. It does not have the little dropper.
It's thick like ketchup.
It is thick. I mean,
We're using a chopstick to try to get this one out.
I might have to. Oh my goodness.
It's like ketchup, right?
It's almost chunky.
What if there's tomato in there?
Let me wait. Let me give this a quick stir. Here, hold on. Give me a quick shake. Cover it up. Because
It's thick.
this is. There it goes. Okay.
Yeah, we'll use the chopstick to put it on.
Yeah,
our
it's
medium. It's like
it
ketchup.
stayed right at the top like ketchup.
But now it's mixed, right?
But now it's nice and mixed. Look how thick. Okay. So I'm gonna try to not go too crazy, but I'm gonna give it a good
It's
amount.
really thick.
Let's
It
see how
doesn't-
much you got. Plenty on there, I'm
It
sure.
doesn't look like it would. Well, I don't actually have enough to put on my. All right.
I'll bet you do now. We'll wipe right through. Yeah, you do.
All
You've
right.
only been using 2 drops, so you had
Plenty. You can see it all. All right.
mine too.
Ooh, it's
That
hot.
sugar comes through.
So does the onion. Oh wow, it's good.
And it's pretty hot.
It's very oniony.
Not a lot of
Vinegar.
spices. Not much vinegar coming through at all.
Vinegar, sugar, a little tomato, I think.
It comes through sweet like ketchup, and
but
then
very
gets
spicy.
hot. This may have an interesting place.
Look, there's even an onion right next to the pepper that I hadn't noticed till now.
Oh
You
no,
can
I think
taste
that's a garlic.
it. What is it?
Yeah, that's actually the top other ingredient is garlic.
There's definitely, you're right, but there's a lot of onion in there too.
Yes, there is.
You know what? This is good. I can put this on eggs. I'm telling you right now.
Uh-huh.
Eggs or even some seafood. You know what this would be perfect for? Shrimp cocktail.
Shrimp cocktail. Yeah, because it already has that sweet
Yeah.
side to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a little bit of horseradish.
Yeah, I don't think it needs the horseradish. I think I just took a
do.
sliver and it was pretty.
Oh no, you can't lose that horseradish
Folks,
flavor.
that huge bottle of ABC Original Chili Sauce from Indonesia was $1 at the Good Fortune Market.
The
where
Asian market.
I was so overwhelmed by the hot sauce and pepper aisle, I only grabbed that one because it was $1 and I'm blown away by how good that is.
Really good.
Wow, really, really good.
So, it's different, but really good. I'm gonna actually drop it a notch to a 7, only because I'm not sure what I'd use it with all the time yet. Whereas I know other stuff will go all over.
If
the
you're
place.
making
I'm
a
really
Portuguese
thinking I would-
food and putting that in with your onions and with your garlic
I
and
would definitely try making a
with your
homemade
stews.
cocktail sauce though.
All right.
That I would try with it for
This
sure.
one,
but I like 7.
I like it more than Texas Pete, and I gave Texas Pete a 7, so that one's
So
getting
you're
an 8.
gonna go with 8. There you go. Okay. To the next one. Next up, from A Taste of Portugal. Something I've used. I mean, this jar is very empty because I use it a lot, and it is one of my all-time favorites for sure. The Piri Piri.
The
hot
Piri
sauce.
Piri hot sauce from Portugal.
And
The most famous brand. There's more than one brand. We'll do another one after.
yeah, but this is very simple. I mean, there's like some salt, some vinegar, water, and pepper.
Piri pepper.
it.
Different than cayenne pepper.
Yes. And once I started using this particular pepper, I got pretty hooked. But now, with all this comparison going on, oh boy, I put a whole bunch.
Well,
I'm gonna eat this one quick. It's gonna burn.
okay. Yeah, this one doesn't have the careful monitoring gooey though. Hope I put a little more of this one on. That's okay.
Very salty.
Wow, you noticed the difference in salt compared to the other
The saltiest one so far,
I would never have noticed having it by itself.
right?
Really salty.
Yep, by far salty.
Totally different pepper
A
taste.
fairly strong vinegar aspect, and flat otherwise.
The heat is flat. There's no sharp to it.
It's got a medium heat, not low, but none of those other spices that have really like brought out like the Old Bay. The spices kind of were
Exploded.
really the star there, whereas here it's all about the pepper.
It is a spicier pepper.
It's got a little bit more heat, more kick than a RedHot.
It does.
It's in between the regular RedHot and the Frank's and the hot one. It's in the middle there for sure.
I've used this almost as much as the RedHot in my recipes interchangeable.
And until today, I never realized how salty it is.
It really is salty compared to the others we've had so far. But you know what? I do like the taste of the piri pepper. It has a smokiness to it.
And that's what saves the score for me.
Me too.
Because I kind of like, and I love this pepper. I love this hot sauce.
That's getting 6 from me. I do like it. It's
I'm dropping this to a 6.
6. I'm putting
Lowest
it
score
6.
so far of the day.
That's my lowest score as well. And this would have been my second favorite before
I
trying
never
all
would have,
those.
if you would have asked me, I probably would have put this as number 2. Like the second highest prior to today.
Excellent.
Yeah?
Very good.
We learned something.
You really can't go wrong with the ones we tried so far, though. These are really good.
Oh no, it's a tough competition. Trust me, that sauce is competing with very good sauces.
And it says, a taste of Portugal since 1972. Piri hot sauce, molho de piri. So this is the real thing. They sell it at Stop and Shop, folks, and there's not a lot of ingredients or chemicals. Very
a little
clean.
international section.
That's right. Stop and Shop has this. Walmart, I don't usually see it. Portugalia has it, and you can order this from Amazon, pretty cheap.
Oh,
Yeah.
There you go. So, but it may not be used as often as I've always been using it. I may be switching
It has
after
its
today.
place. It has its place.
Oh, absolutely. I won't give it up on it. But I learned something about it today. All right. Well, I've had to be schooled by Nidia to even pronounce this hot sauce, and it is Tapatio.
Right. It's a Mexican.
Tapatio Mexican. And it actually says what? Salsa picante.
Salsa picante is hot sauce
It's
in
just
Spanish.
hot sauce, right? The top ingredient on this one though is water, followed by pepper, and then, much like the piri, salt. So, let's see. Is it salty like that piri? I don't know. Let's see how it comes through.
Oh, it's got a nice
It's a
texture.
little thick, not too thick. Yeah, there we go. I got my few drops.
Okay.
I can see little bits of, I believe probably garlic, whatever
Smells
spices
good.
they got. They definitely had garlic listed. The salt is coming through.
Tastes like Texas beef to me.
It's a milder one.
It's a little pepperier than Texas Pete, but it doesn't taste any better.
No, Texas Pete tastes better.
You're right. This one might be closer to like a
I would
5.
use Texas Pete over this for sure for me. Yeah. Oh well, this one's gonna go low. I'm going down to a 5 with this one.
That's a 5 for me. I don't dislike it. If I had no hot sauce, or if I went to a restaurant and this was all they had, I'd use it. I'd be fine with
You'd
it.
be fine with this over dreaded Tabasco.
Oh, I won't even use Tabasco. Ugh.
So, and we have, it's funny, we go to restaurants and when what they have is Tabasco, we usually pass. So, yeah. It's
Tapatio, Mexican, salsa
Struggling.
picante. I gave it a 5. It's good, but we've had better today.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Very good.
For now. Well, it's a cute little bottle.
Yes.
Look, and we're going to find out if what's inside is any good. And this is Cholula. Cholula hot sauce.
A Mexican hot
A
sauce.
Mexican. of Connecticut, but imported from Mexico. So they're nearby. So they were bottling this not far away.
I think they distribute. I'm not sure if they make it there.
Oh boy.
I've had Cholula before.
Okay. So we
I
know
used to-
it's not super.
I used to think it was second on my list of after Frank's, like if I couldn't get Frank's. A lot of places have Cholula. A lot of restaurants will offer you Cholula. Alrighty.
Well, definitely better than the last one.
Yes.
Not as good as Frank's.
No.
No. We're somewhere in between. This is another one of those salty ones.
It's salty.
Vinegar is there, but the pepper flavor isn't so pronounced.
It's not as mild.
It's a milder pepper. It's not even a heat thing. It's just how much the pepper kind of stands out. It is different peppers that they use.
It's not kind. And it's
It's
not
a-
itty bitty.
No, they are arbol and piquin, which I've never even heard of those peppers. But like I said, I'm gonna be better, but not much better than the last one. I'm gonna say 6.
I think it's equal with Tapatio. I'm giving it a 5 and you're giving it a 6.
Yeah, I think it's just a little bit more.
Harsh.
No, but I think it has a little more flavor than that other one was just so.
Oh, I don't think it had any.
But mild and hey, you know what? Use it in a pinch.
Sure. But do you really want to be in the cabinet for a pinch, or do you want to be because?
No, we want to go where we like.
That's true. This is Cholula. Surprisingly, I would have probably rated this second because I've probably eaten this one the most.
Your mom, you said your mom really likes that one.
She does. A lot of people like this
Well,
one.
good. Then we'll give her that bottle. Mom, you got a gift coming.
That's right.
Have some pepper. Okay, so I've had a chance to look at this piri piri. It is not a hot sauce. It is a pepper extract. It's actually clear. You can see through it.
It's like an oil.
It's an oil they've extracted from the piri piri peppers. So,
It's Portuguese, though. I don't think it's going to be that hot.
extracts are usually used as an additive to other hot sauces to bring up the heat.
But it says traditional recipe piri on it. So if it's Portuguese, it's not going to be.
Well, it doesn't have the skull and crossbones on it. I'll give you that.
All
But
right, you taste it.
I'm gonna test this one first.
It might be mild.
Look how it is. It's like I just put an oil on there.
It is.
Not at all like a
It's
sauce.
an oil.
I want to give it a second and see if the heat develops.
There's no heat.
There is heat and no other flavor. It's literally, this is heat. That's it. Yep. And it did start to develop. It took, I knew it. It was delayed. It's still developing. It's getting hotter right now as I'm talking about it. So I'm going to give this another minute or so. We'll come right back and let me see just what happens. All right, so it's been a couple minutes since I tried this extract. It is hotter than any of the sauces we've tried, with no seasonings, no flavors, no vinegar, no salt, just extract. Essentially, if you want to add heat, but that's all you're trying to do is bring up your heat level and not really change the flavor of what you're cooking, this would be the thing. This would do the trick. This will give you that kick without saying, ooh, it's like Tabasco now, or it went some direction. It doesn't. It just brings up the heat. So we are not going to score this one. As far as extracts go, it's a very mild extract. I've got a hot sauce here that uses extract, and it is the hottest thing I've ever had by far, and it blows us away. I would think that a couple drops of my other extract is equal to this entire bottle.
Maybe.
So it's a usable extract, which is nice. If you want to bring the heat up without like risking
Flavor changing.
killing everybody in the process, you can do it with this one.
Okay.
But unfortunately, it doesn't have a place to say, oh, this is a hot sauce. It's not.
Okay.
There we go. So, as we approach the end here, we are approaching our hottest sauces. One I'm not so sure about yet, so we're going to find out. But this one is made by Paladin. It's Ai hot sauce. It has a little skull and crossbones on it. And this one does have a little story. We got it on our trip to Portugal, and we were out at this restaurant, and I know I wanted something hot with, I wanted, what do you got for a hot sauce? I'm asking the waitress, and she's like, oh, we have something, and they had this, okay? And all I remember is she brought it over to me, she looked right at me, and she goes, good luck. And then she walked away.
And I would try it. We had a different hot sauce that she brought us that was normal, probably one of those Portuguese ones, but.
So, when working with really hot sauces that are what I consider to be unknowns, like I don't know how hot this really is going to be, I'll do here exactly what I did there, and it's essentially the same approach. And really, if you don't know just how much heat you're going to face, get yourself a chip or a starch, something.
I think you used a piece of bread.
And I think I may have had a little piece of bread. And this little guy
A little crust of bread.
only needs a dab. There's just a little dot in there, and it will do the job. And but now I got a good comparison. I'll see just how far that little dab is above what we've been trying.
It might not be as hard as you think. And you didn't put much of it there, so.
I used about half. Yeah, I've been using on those, and it is much, much hotter than any of those. Like, different realm hot. There is, I'm telling you, this bottle will last, it's already lasted a long time. Actually, this is a replacement.
That's a replacement. You actually ate one whole bottle already.
Yeah.
Something about
No,
the skull,
my nose is now starting to run.
the skull and crossbones on the label that you'll see in the picture. It has a skull and crossbones, horns, somebody's little tongue on fire.
Alright, so if we rated the heat of those on a 1 to 10, we gave the hottest one over there a 2. This would be an 11.
I'm not even trying it.
I think the hottest one over there is probably something like your 20,000 Scoville. This is probably closer to 200 to 400,000. So much, much hotter. The scale goes 0 to 16.
Where do you like this one on a scale of 1 to 10 compared to all your peppers? I can't read it because I don't care if I like this one. I'm trying. It's scary.
This
Petey,
one
petey, aye, aye. That's what
is
they call it.
all about heat, not flavor.
Okay.
The flavor, not anything special, but boy, that one's hot. That one you have to be careful with.
Okay.
So,
Aye, aye, petey, petey from Paladin.
yep. Alright, so it's been a good 5 minutes since I had the Paladin II sauce. Come to find out, it is, 1/3 extract? And it's a real extract. That is easily 200,000-300,000 Scoville. It's 10 times the heat of any of the others. So if you're really into the heat, there you go. It says there's spices in there. The heat kind of overwhelms the spices because it's an extract. So
I didn't even try it. I like deliciousness. And
I had to
flavor
use
together
cheese, milk, and gummies
to get rid of the
to
burn.
reach a point where I am now ready for the Bermuda butt burner hot sauce.
I'm not trying that one
We
either.
bought in Bermuda. I think I bought in Bermuda.
Something about butt burner does not sound fun or appetizing, so.
And technically, my doctor would be like, "What are you thinking?" But despite what the doctor might say,
It doesn't even look that good. The
it
color-
doesn't have a little drip pourer. So there,
It pours out like water.
and it's thin. This,
Really thin.
This stuff.
You made me wait when we were done shopping somewhere so you could go in and buy that. It was at a gift shop, right?
This
They don't
stuff is
have much
super
on
thin. Well, you know what? That's probably about how much I had of that stuff. So it'll be a fair comparison between the II. So let's
It's not
see.
much on that chip, but you're gonna taste it.
If it's a true super hot, it will.
I don't know. Bermuda is probably. Is it?
It does not say extract.
Looks like a sauce.
I want to tell you right now, couldn't even taste it.
Told you. Try the normal amount on
be
it.
sure to shake it up nice. I'm actually gonna take a bit more of a risk here because I need to
Taste it.
I think you might even be able to taste this one.
Maybe I'll
All
try
right,
it.
I'll put, that's a good amount.
But if they're calling that a butt burner and it's like a Tapatio or like a, Texas Pete, then I would take the name and tell them that it's not accurate.
It's in the category of the other ones.
Texas Pete?
Yes, you could actually try it safely.
Uh,
Honestly, I wouldn't.
I think it's the name, folks. I think the name.
But that's not a fair reason to not try it. Just try a small, because I want to. We can score this
If
one.
my butt burns
We can
tomorrow,
score this one.
If my butt burns.
It won't.
Ooh,
Let it. So pour some off if you have to.
I think I over butt burned it the whole time.
There you go. It is not. That is totally in with the other sauces.
No, it's not.
It's hotter.
Put too much on it.
Yeah, you were only using like 1 to 2 tiny little.
It's got a harsh taste to it.
The flavor's not that great.
No.
I don't know what they're seasoning it with. It's not. I'm sorry. I find it just on the high end of pepper with those, but not like
You
the
didn't put
aye
enough.
sauce.
You didn't put enough like I did.
And I put probably 10-drop equivalent on my chip. So
But it doesn't taste good. It
Which
just
is-
doesn't have flavorful.
I don't like the flavor. I'm only gonna give this one a 3.
Two. Actually, I wouldn't put that on my food. Now I'm getting an afterburn that has no flavor. It's like, I will take the pain of pepper if it's delicious. Oh, it's not delicious.
There is no real delicious
Two
at all.
for me.
You know, I'll even go with 2 as well.
2 for me. It's not good.
So, butt
Probably
burner, I probably shouldn't have stood in line and waited for that one. So, but, oh well,
My tongue
there you
is
go.
on fire.
And last up is a sauce I've talked about before, that I've used before. And this is my Z Nothing Beyond hot sauce. It's an extract. It's 4 million Scoville. It's gonna make that aye sauce look like kids play. I pre-dropped 1 drop specifically on this chip. And I did it ahead of time because I wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally end up with 2 drops. 1 will do the job. It's gonna take a minute or 2. This stuff it takes a couple minutes to really get the full heat from it. I use this to make my buffalo wings, but I also mix it with, usually I use a strawberry jam, a peach jam, some type of jam or jelly, and I use mayonnaise to counteract the full heat and to actually introduce like lots of flavor. To just use this on something is crazy beyond this little taste test. But to like say, oh, I'm just gonna use that, put it on my wings and make the sauce on that, you best have a lot of milk, a lot of cheese, some candies, everything you can think of to start cooling down, because this stuff really is the high end of heat. So there aren't many sauces that are like this. There's only a handful out there that you can see them on some of those Crazy Pete's websites and stuff, but anyways.
No desire. No desire to even try it. Taste it. I don't eat his wings.
No, you don't.
You once ruined some chow mein you made once because you put a drop of that in it. The whole pot was ruined.
And the whole pot. So it is. It's listed as an extremely hot sauce. It does have a warning on this label because it tells you about the heat and the extract. And the funny thing is, the first place I'm noticing the heat is not my tongue. Unlike the aye, the first place I noticed the heat was on the tip of my tongue. This one, it went to like my gums around my teeth. I guess where I was chewing it before it even got to my tongue. It's just now starting to get to my tongue and my nose is just starting to run. All right, we'll come back in about a minute and see what happens. Okay, so I'm holding up pretty good. You know what? I'm almost thinking the Paladin may be hotter than I even thought it was, because it's much closer in heat to this than I really thought it was going to be. This hit my throat all around my tongue, and it's burning, but not terribly. You can actually pick up a flavor with this. I can actually pick up some of the spices, but it's very, like, it is, be careful hot, this stuff.
I don't have to be careful, I'm never gonna try it.
She's never gonna try it. I'll probably not try it again on just a chip, and I will use it as I use it. I will say, this jar is half gone, and it's been over 6 months.
Okay.
So, for sure, since I've opened it. It does last quite a long time. So,
You ready for the
we
opening?
will come back in a sec and give our review. Well, the reviews are in. Yeah. And we have some big winners. We have a big loser.
So the big winner, and it's not a surprise to me, is the original Frank's RedHot.
It held up.
It held up to everything we tried, but surprisingly, the second one is the Old Bay. Old Bay hot sauce. So these are the top two. Pretty close
That
though.
Old Bay is nice and thick and good flavors.
Good.
I think that'll stick to stuff. It's kind of
Yeah,
nice.
those are keepers. The worst of the worst that we both tried, the Bermuda pepper butt burner. This one's not even going back in the cabinet. Ew.
Yeah, she doesn't even want us to keep it. And you know what? I really can't see what I'd use it on. The flavor was so
Not good.
not what we would hope for at all. And then the only other, what was it? Tapatio was our next low one.
We just considered this average.
Kinda
average.
flat.
Yeah, like if you want hot sauce and you don't have a good hot sauce, I guess this is better than no hot sauce.
And if all you have is Tabasco, you go to this.
That's right. This is better than Tabasco. There you go, folks. Our taste test for different hot sauces. We hope you had fun with this one. We had fun with it. Maybe I had a little more than you did. But
Oh no, I'm good.
You're good?
I'm
All
good.
right.
I'm happy. I will say, okay, on my Z Nothing Beyond and the II surprised me. It was much hotter than I originally really thought. But I can actually pick up a flavor out of Z Nothing Beyond.
Well.
So the II is just kind of heat. So to me anyway, some people say this flavor, but I'm just thinking if you want to heat something up, that'll do the job.
Very good. Please continue watching. Subscribe to our channel, and if you like our videos, we'd appreciate a like.
Thumbs up, and please comment below, and we'll just keep.
Let us know what hot sauces we should be trying if we've totally missed the boat on these.
Yeah, I'll tell you, if we got enough comments saying, oh, we should try this, and
We'll
that, we might have enough to put together another little video and see what happens.
That's right.
All right.
Thank you, folks.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
everyone.